get paid in the National Football League, whether we like it or not, for what you do in the regular season. LaShawn Shady McCoy was the highest paid running back in the National Football League for I don't know how many years. Not because what he did in the playoffs, because what he did in the regular season.
YouTube, I'm back with another video, man. I'm back with another video. In this video right here, we're gonna be talking nothing but facts, man. Y'all know what I like to say, facts over feelings. But before we get into that James Jones clip that I just played y'all, that was straight facts, we're gonna listen to Shady McCoy, Mr. Win 2 Super Bowls, but didn't play a snap himself. Then we're gonna come back and break it down. Check it out.
What you think they should do? Should they make him play out the final year of their deal, or should they not take Dak Prescott for granted and give him the extension?
I would either give him a solid contract, right, because he did have an all-pro year this year, or I would make him wait it out. Because my thing is, like, why am I paying you? Am I paying you because you had a great year and you're at the top of the market? That's one thing to pay a guy. But if I'm paying for my future with my team that eventually bring me a Super Bowl, when I sign a player, I'm like, he's part of my puzzle to win a Super Bowl. And he hasn't done it. And it's 8 years, right? In the postseason, he's 2-4 in the playoffs. He's 2-1 in the wild cards. He's 0-3 in divisional rounds. He's never won 2 back-to-back playoff games. What are we paying for? We joke about it all the time, but my thing is, he's shown us who he really is. And Jerry Jones, he always speaks with confidence about his Cowboys. And he says, we're going to go as far as Dak Prescott takes us. Then he stops and says, well, Dak Prescott took his hair. They're not going to elevate to another level if they paying this guy to take him there because he can't do it. And then my second question is, if you're going to pay him at the top of the market, what you going to do with Michael Parsons? Because he deserved that money. What you going to do with CeeDee Lamb? Because he deserved that money. Zach Martin, he deserves that money. Now you got to fill in that other corner spot. Bland or Gilmore. Gilmore, I heard he's leaving. What you gonna do there? So there are so many other places to fix. And it's like this team is already good enough to win, and he can't win with the quarterback you got. So what you gonna do? That's my only question with Dak Prescott and the Cowboys.
YouTube. That was Shady, hate the Cowboys McCoy. And he never ceased to amaze me. He said a lot in that clip, but let's go ahead and break it down. But at the beginning of this video, I told y'all we talking nothing but facts in this video right here. Facts over feelings. So let's talk about Shady McCoy. Now in that clip right there, he said, what did Dak Prescott do? Like, if you want me to pay you for what you did in the regular season? Yes, that's exactly what I want you to do, Shady McCoy, because it was good for you. Do you guys know that Shady McCoy got 2 Super Bowl rings and he didn't even play a snap? And Shady McCoy was the highest paid running back in the league for a few years. So why was he the highest paid running back in the league? It wasn't for what he done in the postseason. It was for what he did in the regular season. That's what he got paid for. But now when it comes for Dak Prescott, now he got to get paid for what he do in the postseason. That ain't how you got paid, Shady McCoy. That ain't how you got paid. And Shady McCoy gets put on this pedestal because he's the all-time leading rusher for the Philadelphia Eagles. Not in the NFL, not all time, for the Philadelphia Eagles. Name me some great Philadelphia Eagles running back. Westbrook. I think the one that went into the Hall of Fame is Steve Van Buren. That was way in the 1950s. So tell me something that Shady McCoy done to him to get on TV and speak like this, like he was Emmitt Smith, because he wasn't. He just wasn't. So again, how can you talk, McCoy? You should never even get caught wearing your Super Bowl rings, bro, because you did nothing to contribute to him. But you get on TV every day and talk about Dak Prescott. This man is funny. But in this next clip right here, we're going to listen to Joy Taylor speak and tell her opinion about a few things. Some I agree with, some I don't. And then we're going to get to the banger at the end with James Jones. Check it out.
What is your goal if you're the Cowboys? Now, I have a deep fear of dropping off the face of the planet and becoming irrelevant if I'm the Dallas Cowboys. It's very easy to say, okay, you can just replace somebody, and you can stay in the same position that you are. It's very easy to say that. But I also hear the argument of, what's the difference between the Steelers and the Cowboys this year? Nothing. What's the difference between the Steelers or the Cowboys and the Giants last year? We just talked about Daniel Jones. Nothing. He's not won back-to-back playoff games ever. So you're paying a very, very high number for regular season success, which is not irrelevant.
Matters.
It's not irrelevant. It matters. That's what gets you to the postseason. But if your goal as a Cowboys organization is just to consistently get to the postseason, then you write the extension and you don't worry about it. If your goal is to get to the next level, I think everyone at this point feels, not everyone, I'm not going to generalize, we all feel, we've seen what Dak Prescott can do. This year was the year to do it.
Yeah.
It was the best year of his career. He was an all-pro. How much would you have bet at the beginning of this season that he was going to be an all-pro? I certainly did not see an all-pro season coming.
Nah.
Okay? Good season, not all-pro.
Now that right there was Joy Taylor. She's another one of the Cowboy haters. But in this video right here, I kind of agree with a few things she said. She said, would you bet money if Dak Prescott was going to be a Pro Bowl at the beginning of the year? And I agree with her on that because I wouldn't have put my money on it. I would have said he would have been in the top 5 or something like that in stats because he always up there in stats. So I agree with her there. But then she said, what was the difference between the Dallas Cowboys and the Pittsburgh Steelers? What was the difference between the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants? Don't use sorry teams. Don't use teams like that. I'll give you one better. What was the difference between the Dallas Cowboys and the Buffalo Bills? What was the difference between the Dallas Cowboys and the Ravens? You know what? They all got sent home. 31 teams this year failed, including the Dallas Cowboys. So I don't know why everybody want to keep putting Dallas Cowboys up here like they the only one that had an unsuccessful season. Because 31 other teams failed. But y'all been waiting on that banger. So we got to get to it. James Jones. And he did nothing but spit facts. I told y'all this video right here is going to be straight facts. So let's get to it. Go ahead, James Jones.
Well, it's a couple things here. What are you going to do if you don't sign Dak Prescott? Are you about to trade up in this draft and go find your quarterback of the future? Because if you make him play it out, you better have a guy right behind him that is going to be his successor and come in there after him. They don't have that. They don't have a plan, right? A lot of people think that the Niners situation is just something that happens. The Niners are extremely blessed. You traded 3 first-round picks, and you had got a bust at the quarterback position. If Brock Purdy was not there, Kyle Shanahan might not be there. They were blessed. So for the Dallas Cowboys, you cannot let him play it out because you do not have a plan. You have to pay Dak Prescott.
All y'all out there talking about what Dak Prescott is worth and what he shouldn't get paid, pay attention. Pay attention.
You get paid in the National Football League, whether we like it or not, for what you do in the regular season. LaShawn Shady McCoy was the highest paid running back in the National Football League for I don't know how many years. Not because what he did in the playoffs, because what he did in the regular season. Dak Prescott is a very good regular season quarterback. You get paid off the regular season. They have to pay him because he's really good in the regular season, and they have no plan behind him. If you go and get somebody else behind Dak Prescott, you possibly might not get to a Super Bowl like you have been now in another 10, 15 years. Does Jerry want that? No. You got to pay Dak Prescott that.
You don't think you look at the quarterbacks a little different than any other position when it comes to winning Super Bowls when you're about to pay him?
I think you need a good one to win a Super Bowl.
No, but I'm saying because you mentioned me, which is, I'm a highest paid running back. That happens.
But I'm saying you get paid off the regular season. Even all the quarterbacks you think of, they have gotten paid off a regular season. Deshaun Watson, Matthew Stafford, all these dudes that make a lot of money have gotten paid off of what they did in the regular season.
You get paid for what you do in the regular season. Shady McCoy was the highest paid running back, not for what he did in the playoffs, not for what he did in the Super Bowl, for what he did in the regular season. And y'all can tell that James Jones hit a nerve because Shady McCoy came in there and commented while James Jones was talking. Oh, you mentioned me, I was the highest paid running back because he know the man said nothing but facts. So YouTube, put in the comment section in this video right here, what did I say that was fiction? All I did was spit straight facts. And until the next one, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, man, and jump in that comment section. And I want to tell you guys something else before I leave. All you guys out there that want Dak Prescott to just play out this contract, I really hope the Cowboys don't extend Dak Prescott. You know what I mean? I really hope that, because what's going to happen is he's going to bet on himself and he's going to have a crazy season next year. And instead of 60 million, the man might ask for 70 million. Peace.